Hey everybody, this is Percy LaPointe, Lawn and Landscape Podcast. Today I want to talk about finding efficiencies to increase profit in your lawn and landscape business. So there are a bunch of things that I do to find efficiencies, and there in turns increases the profit. But it depends on your business. So let me just kind of lay the groundwork for you. So it depends if we're talking about lawn maintenance, if we're talking about new landscape installation, if we're talking about trimming and mulching, we're talking about drainage, we're talking about irrigation. So the first thing I would do is I'm going to cover lawn maintenance because I believe the majority of you guys listening to this would be doing the lawn maintenance side of it, and it's a large part of your business and very minimal profit out of everything. So if you can learn how to make money mowing or get the most profit out of the lawn maintenance, you won't have to spread yourself so thin doing so many services. So there are a good couple of tips that I'll give to you, and this is just my advice. There's so many. I don't know your setup. I don't know what you're running. I don't know if it's a truck pulling a trailer. I don't know if it's a single axle, double axle trailer. I don't know if it's an enclosed trailer. I don't know if it's a box truck. I don't know if it's a dovetail. I can only speak from terms that of the equipment that we have, and we started out pulling trucks and trailers. So I'll kind of go from there, and now we run nothing but box trucks as well as dovetail trucks. So everything kind of got upgraded over the years, but I remember having my trucks and trailers, and where we started out, it really was a residential area. It wasn't even a commercial property. It was basically at my house, and you guys that have done that know what I'm talking about. I had a shop. It was at my house, pretty good sized lot. It was about an acre property. We had to load and unload the equipment every day to prevent theft. You can have the camera systems in place. You can have everything in place. They'll still try to steal from you. So I was losing a lot of efficiency as far as loading and unloading. You may not have this particular problem where you can stay loaded up, back it up somewhere, and leave it loaded. But for those guys that have to load and unload because of this same problem, you're losing a ton of money in doing this every single day. So the first thing I would try to figure out is it's well worth finding out how to be able to enclose it. So upgrading to an enclosed trailer. If you don't want to go a box truck or anything like that, you just need an enclosed trailer, do it. I highly suggest it. It's worth it. You might cost you a little money up front, but you're going to save in the long run, and labor's always more expensive. The next thing I would talk about is it cost a good bit of money, but I can tell you significant savings. When we started running multiple trucks, man, my guys would fill up, and every day at the gas station would basically block all the tanks. Everything was held up by us, and it was costing me, a good bit of money every day, every morning, by not having my own fuel tanks. So now I've upgraded my own fuel tanks, which now they tank up every day here at the shop. Very, very, very efficient. I think I was calculated at one point. It was costing me like $200 a day just to have all my guys go tank up at a gas station. $200 a day. So make the investment, be smart, have your own fuel tanks on site. Yes, you'll have the certain regulations. You buying in bulk is expensive whenever you have to do that, but I'm telling you, in the long run, it's going to save you a ton of money. So that's pretty much the stuff that you can do at the shop. I mean, there are a lot of other things. You always have one dedicated person to clean the mowers, have one dedicated person to do the blades. You don't need all of your guys doing everything every day. You hired those guys to come in and cut grass. You need to have them, when they walk through the door, have your little meetings, go hit the ground running. Keep them on the job sites as much as possible, being billable as much as possible. You'd be surprised at how many, if you keep them mowing, how many additional yards you can do in a day, which equates to how many additional yards you can do in the week, in the month, in the year. There's a lot of money left on the table. So I would most definitely try to reduce as much time, shop time, as possible to keep them out in the field. However you see that fit. What I started doing was I just sat down and watched the guys. I built the system, so it's completely my fault. So if you're sitting here like me saying, what the heck did I do? As we grew, I outgrew the scenario and the setups as we went along and got further down the road. So what I mean by that is I just outgrew that mentality of, hey, load and unload it every day. When it was just one or two guys, it was perfectly fine, man. We just did it. It didn't cost me a lot of money. When we got to 5 people, it started costing me a little bit more money. When we got to 6, and then we got to 10 people, and then it was like, man, what are we doing? So always adjust to the size you're at is really important. Always be obtaining new knowledge and efficiencies. Don't think you did this one time, once a year, that you're all good. Man, you're leaving so much money. You're bleeding. You're bleeding out of the ears. You're bleeding so bad. So I would always look for efficiencies. I just watch my guys. I watch how they operate. I watch how they load equipment. I watch how they string the weed eaters. I watch how they load up the ice. I used to go to the store and buy ice. Now we made an investment in an ice machine. Now I know, guys, it takes time, it takes money. I get it, but I started investing in the things that would give me a money back, so I didn't really take money from the company and just go blow it on stupid stuff. I took the money that I was making and constantly put it back in the company in small things that gave me efficiencies. So, I didn't eat out, in the town every night. I didn't blow money on stupid things. I actually spent money on good things. So I would recommend that. But recognize, how are the guys when they get to the job sites? How are they loading and unloading the trucks? How are they getting chemical? How are they turning on the PTOs? Are they burning up the clutches because they're have the RPMs at the highest RPMs? Are they doing the job the most efficient way? Are they cross-cutting it? Are they doing it the longest length of the yard? Are they weed eating from right to left? How are they doing everything? This will save time, which will in turn save money. So go through your business one department at a time and figure out how you can save money. This is a very important fact. So again, I hope this helps. Personal Point Lawn and Landscape Podcast. If you have any questions, have any doubts, have just questions about how I can help you, please contact me. We'd love to hear from you.